Heavenly Father, we thank you for this wonderful day. We thank you for the gift of life. We thank you that you have protected us even during this hard time. We ask you that as we are going to have this math lesson, may you give us knowledge to understand whatever is going to be taught to us. May you bless our teachers as they teach us, and may you help us to be active and to participate during this lesson. Give us good network. In the mighty name of Jesus, I have prayed and believed. Amen.
Amen. Thank you, Charity. Good morning once again, and welcome to this math lesson. We'll be picking from where we stopped last time, and we're hoping that today we can finish the topic we started of bearing. And I want someone to remind us what we were doing last time. What are some of the key things that we talked about? Can I hear from, yes, crown him? Wee4, you talk to us?
Yes, teacher.
Yes.
We started the topic bearing. Then we learned about angles and turns and the compass points, northeast, southwest, then the semi-cardinal points, northeast, southeast, southwest, and northwest. Then we also learned the tertiary cardinal points. Then we learned how to calculate the angles when, like, we learned how to calculate the angles given.
Okay, thank you, Wee4, for that reminder. Any other person to add on what crown him has just said? By show of hands, someone to supplement on what crown him has just told us. Yes, Kengoma, Ivy.
I just wanted to add that we also learned about the points in between north and northeast.
Okay. Northeast, You only learned about northeast?
No, we learned about all of them. We learned that the point between north and northeast is 2 point. The angle between north and northeast is 22.5, and then we learned that the angle between northeast and north is 45 degrees. Then the angle between north and east is 90 degrees.
Okay,
and
thank
then,
you. Okay, continue. Okay, thank you, Ivy. There was that exercise which we were doing, and we tasked you to complete it. I want to hear from you if you got time to finish that exercise. Did we finish that exercise? And did we have any challenges, any questions as far as the exercise is concerned? Can I hear from you? Yes, Charity.
Teacher, there was no problem. I just wanted to say that I had finished it.
Oh, okay. Thank you. And congratulations. What about the rest?
Thank you.
Yes. The rest? Yes, Primrose Mutamba.
Teacher, for me, I had almost finished the work, but I had a problem on number 3, part B. I couldn't figure out how to answer it.
Number 3, part B.
Yes.
Okay. Maybe we are going to hear from your friends. I'm sure there are some who did it well. They can share with us. Can I hear from someone who did number 3, part B? Can I hear from Adeke, Faith?
Yes. For part B, the first question is like, what angle do the cells turn when like they go through? Let me first check. like what angle do the cells turn through in maybe part 2 in 15 seconds. So they say that 40 seconds are equal to 1 full turn. So 40 seconds are equivalent to 360 degrees. And then they want us to find the angle that was covered in 15 seconds. So we shall say 15 out of 40 of the 360 degrees. And once you reduce 15 out of 40, it's 3 out of 8. So 3 out of 8 times 360. Once you solve it, you get 135 degrees. Yeah, that's how I did part 2 of question B.
Okay. Thank you, Faith. Someone to add on? Can I hear from Kengoma? Kengoma?
I think what I did is similar to what she has said, but maybe I can knock out part A for question B. So the question is, what angle do the cells turn through in 30 seconds? So we all know that one full turn is equal to 360 degrees. So I said so 40 seconds is equal to 360 degrees. So I said 1 second is going to be equal to 360 out of 40. So I say 30 seconds will be equal to 360 out of 40 times 30. And then after calculating, I got 120 degrees.
Okay. That's good, guys. I think that's the way to go. So I don't know the person who was asking if it's now clear. Is it clear?
Yes, it is, teacher. Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay. Did we have any other issues as far as that exercise is concerned? Any other person who got a challenge? Teacher Joseph, you want to say something on that?
Not really, but Teacher Martha is here as well.
Sorry?
And not really, but we have Kiza so far. And I wanted you to know that Teacher Martha is here as well.
Okay. Can you make her a co-host? You try to locate her. You know, she has disappeared in students, so I can't easily see her. Okay, girls, I want us to go straight to, if there are no issues as far as that exercise is concerned, then I want us to look at subtopic 7.2, which is basically about bearing. And I want to hear from you, what exactly do they Okay, someone is sending me a message that Ruth Sima is confused. I want someone to simplify it for Ruth. I don't know, she's confused from what point. Ruth, can we hear from you? Maybe? Ruth? Ruth Sima? Ruth? Okay. I seem not to get Ruth.
Mr. Theo,
Yes.
I was hoping maybe you can share the whiteboard as you illustrate. Maybe it would make her understand more. Because
Okay.
it feels like the words were very many, she wouldn't grasp them at once.
Okay. So is my whiteboard visible, everyone? Yes?
I don't know whether it's my network, I can't see it.
It's okay.
It is visible.
Yes.
So what was the question? They told you that 40, check it out.
The sails of a windmill complete one full turn every 40 seconds. How long does it take the sails to turn through 180 degrees, 90 degrees, and 45 degrees?
So every 40 seconds, they are telling us a complete turn is equivalent to what? To
360 degrees.
So what will 1 second be equivalent to? Maybe let me simplify it using that. If 40 seconds are equivalent to 360, what will 1 second be?
It will be 360 degrees out of 40.
Okay, so this gives you what?
It gives you 9.
So every 1 second, it moves 9 degrees, eh? Okay.
Yes.
Now, the
Yes.
question they were asking, they wanted you to do what? Can you read it for me? I'm not looking at the question.
How long does it take the sails to turn through 180 degrees?
180 degrees. Okay, maybe it's easier the other. I think let me make degrees the subject.
Yes.
So that it's easier for people to see what I'm doing. So I can start with 360 this side. Eh?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
360 is equivalent to 40
seconds.
So what will 1 degree be?
Because 40 out of 360.
40 out of 360. Okay.
Yes.
Once you can reduce it, which gives you 1 out of
9.
Now, every 1 degree is equivalent to 1 out of 9 seconds. Eh? Okay.
Yes.
Now,
yes.
the question wanted you to
find how long it takes for the cells to turn through 180 degrees.
So 180 degrees is equivalent to what? If 1 degree is that?
It's equivalent to 1 out of 9 times 180 degrees.
Which gives you what?
It gives you
20 seconds.
20 seconds. Okay. You can reduce, you can get. So I don't know if it makes sense to Sima now. Sima, does it make sense? It's unfortunate we can't hear her. But that's what I expect you to do. What about the other parts? What were they asking? Can I pick maybe Patsy? What is Patsy saying?
45 degrees.
45 degrees. Okay. So if 1 degree was equivalent to 1
how long? An angle 45.
So it will take 1 out of 9 times
9 times 45.
Which gives you what?
5 seconds.
5 seconds. So it is basically all about that, but we have an option of doing it using a diagram. If this is, because these angles, you can easily, locate them on a circle. So assuming that is my 1 turn, okay, I'm going to divide this 1 turn into 4 equal parts. Okay, so if it's taking 40 seconds to go around this circle, okay, if I get the total,
yes,
the full turn, which is 360, it implies that each quadrant here is 90 degrees. If you divide by 4, 90 degrees,
yeah,
90 degrees, 90 degrees. Okay, so what does that imply? It implies that each quadrant, if the whole circle is taking 40 seconds, each quadrant is going to take 10 seconds. Okay? If you get 40 divided by 10, I mean divided by 4, you'll find that this is takes 10 seconds. This is also taking 10 seconds. This is also taking 10 seconds. And this is also taking 10 seconds. Okay? Now, you can easily divide these quadrants. If you get 90 divided by 2, what do you get?
45.
You'll get 45, okay? So if I divide that quadrant, for example, like that, and then I divide that quadrant, for example, like that, okay? It implies that I'm having this angle as 45 degrees, half of 90, okay? Then what will be half of 10?
5.
So it implies that this is 5 seconds, even the upper one is 5 seconds. Do you get it? So this is also 45, meaning that it is also going to take 5 seconds to move that. Okay, so if you do not want to use ratios, you can try to divide your circle and then you pick quadrants and then you divide the quadrants and it can still come out. So there are several ways of attempting this question. Now, part A, they are saying, how long does it take to move 180? 180 is 90 plus 90.
Breaking.
Yes, I'm saying that the other question they were asking you to find how long it takes to move 180 degrees. So 180 degrees is equivalent to half of the circle. Okay? 180 degrees is moving from here and then you go up to down here. Okay? Half of that circle. Because you get 90 plus 90 degrees, it gives you 180 degrees. You get it? It's just a straight line. So you can easily tell what 180 degrees is equivalent to. If 1 half turn, I mean 1/4 turn is, you are taking 10 seconds, then what about half turn? Or what about 180? It will be 10 seconds plus 10 seconds, which takes us to 20 seconds, just like before. Okay? So,
Yes.
That's one of the other way you can attempt this question. I don't know if it is very clear to those who are finding it hard using the other method we used before. Okay. So, Mase Akamplira, I can see your hand is up. Can we hear from you? Mase?
Teacher, for example, teacher, can you hear me?
Yes.
Like, for example, the number of 90 degrees. Like what I did, I divided 90 degrees by 360, then multiplied by 40 seconds. Is it applicable?
You got 90?
90 degrees divide by 360 degrees
times
40 seconds.
It's the same thing.
Second.
Yeah, it is the same thing. Because 90 out of 360 is, this is, let me see. 90, that's one.
A quarter.
This is a quarter. That's 4. So you're having 40.
It's a quarter.
10 seconds. Yeah, it takes us the same answer. It takes us the same answer. Yes, Marcel, that's okay.
So the question is, like in an examination, do they get the same marks?
Yeah, they get the same marks. You know, there are many ways of doing mathematics. As long as your working is clear, you can get the same mark. Okay. Can I hear from Hannah? Yes, Anna.
Excuse me, teacher.
Yes.
Number 3, part B. I did not quite get what to do. Could you please repeat?
On number 3, part
B.
Part B.
Yes.
What's the question? I'm not looking at the question. Can you read it?
What angle do the cells stand through in 30 seconds, 15 seconds, and 25 seconds?
Okay. They said which seconds? Can you read it?
30 what angle do the cells stand through in 30 seconds, 15 seconds, and 25 seconds?
Okay. Let me do the one for 30 seconds first.
Yes.
And I want to do it using this circle. Are you seeing the circle on my screen?
Yes.
You're seeing it, eh?
Yes.
Okay. So if I'm to use this circle on my screen, we've seen that a quarter of the circle, which is a quadrant, or a quarter turn, is you take 10 seconds to move that quadrant. Okay. So if I'm taking 10 seconds to move 90 degrees, that means to move 180, I'll take 10 plus 10, which is 20. Okay. Then to move 270, I'll take 30. So I'll have 10 plus 10 plus 10 to reach 270. Okay. So the time, the angle moved in 30 seconds. 30 seconds is 10 plus 10 plus 10. Eh? Those are 3 quadrants. Eh? You get it? So I'll add the first quadrant, which is 90, plus the second quadrant, that takes us to 180, plus the third quadrant, which takes us to 270. Okay? So the angle moved is 270 degrees. Okay? But that is if I'm just using this circle. You can as well do it by calculation. Eh? Okay? And by calculation, they are saying that 40 seconds, you were taking 40 seconds to move 360 degrees. Eh? You get it?
Yes.
So what will 1 second be? It will be 360 divided by 40, which is 90. 90 degrees.
90.
So they wanted you to...
It is 9.
It's 9.
It's 9 seconds.
90 degrees.
It's 9 degrees.
It is 9 degrees.
It's 9 seconds.
9 seconds.
9 degrees.
9 degrees.
It's 9 degrees.
It's not 90.
Thank you. So it implies that for you to move 30 seconds, okay? For you to move 30 seconds, you if 1 second is equal to 9 degrees, for you to move 30 seconds, that the angle you move is 30 times 9, okay? Which is what?
270 degrees.
So you can see that even the calculation takes you to the same answer, just like how you use the circle to reach there. So you can use either the circle or you can use the this other method of proportions. This method is about proportions, and I'm sure you've done it in primary. I don't know if my co-class, my co-teachers have something to add there.
Mr. Thieu.
Yes, Joseph.
Thank you very much. I think you have done it well, unless when the girls have any issues. But I have a concern. Maybe I need to stress this before I act. Girls, please rename your devices. Otherwise, you're going to be pushed out of class. I see Mercy, Maria. I don't know whether you have only one name. So in a minute, if you don't rename, you're going to be pushed out of class. Thank you.
Meanwhile, hello, there are some hands up. I don't know whether they just forgot to put their hand down. Hannah's hand is still up.
Anna, do you still have a question? Oh, that's clear. Okay.
Sorry, I forgot.
Okay.
Then Elsa Janet.
Can you hear from Elsa?
Elsa.
Is teacher?
It's not clear. Elsa Janet Chirao.
Okay.
I think we can move on.
Okay, I think Janet is not clear.
I hope chicken is supposed to eat another chicken.
Okay, if you have a question, you raise your hand, because it seems people are misusing the privilege of having your mics open. So if you're not speaking, please make sure your mic is not open. Okay. Can we move on to bearing?
Yes,
okay.
please.
Yes, Marjorie. I can see Marjorie. Namagembe. Yes. Can we hear from you, Marjorie?
Yes, teacher, I was asking, I didn't get properly where we got the 9 degrees because my internet, I wasn't hearing well. So could you please repeat a little bit?
Didn't get what?
The part where you said that 30 times 9. Okay, I understood the other method, but that method I've not understood it.
Joshua said the 9 degrees.
Okay, you are talking about this one here, the one which is down here. Marjorie.
Yes, teacher. Yes, teacher. I'm talking about that. Yes.
This one. Okay. In the question they told us it takes 40 seconds to complete a full circle. So I was looking at what angle do we cover in 1 second. So the angle we cover in 1 second is getting the total divided by 40 seconds. And a full circle is 360 degrees. So in 1 second, you will cover 360 divided by 40, which is 9 degrees. But the question was asking, what do we cover in 30 seconds? So if in 1 second you are covering 9 degrees, then in 30 we shall cover 30 times 9.
Oh, thank you, teacher.
Welcome. Okay, can we go to bearing? I don't know if my screen is clear.
Yes, it is okay.
Okay, so we are going to look at how we can state our directions in bearing. How can state our bearing, our angles in bearing form? Okay, and they are telling us that we measure bearing from the north to the line joining the point that they're asking you to measure its angle. And okay, we shall come back to that activity. One thing I want us to notice is that when they ask you to state the angle of bearing, it should be to three digits. Okay, so we state it at 3 figures, and we usually measure from the north. Okay, I guess, Joseph, I don't know if we can put them in groups. They do this activity quickly. Maybe we can give them 3 buildings and they try to estimate. Joseph?
Yes, please.
There is that activity. They want them to be in groups, and then they want them to estimate the bearing of each building from the school flag post. Do they know where the school flag post is anyway?
I'm not sure, but if they have visited
we
the
know.
book.
Where?
I think they know.
Where is the school flag post, girls? Do you know where it is?
No? In front of the administration block.
Where? It is in front
Yeah.
of the administration block. Okay. So, I don't know how practical this is, but we are going to put you in maybe in groups, and then the activity you are going to estimate the bearing of the dining in reference to the where the school flag post is. So you're having the dining, you're having the sick bay, and then you're having a school gate. Okay, dining, sick bay, school gate. Okay, so we are basically doing some kind of estimation. We might not be accurate. So we are going to take like 3 minutes, because that is not hard. At most 5 minutes anyway. Okay, at most 5 minutes, and then we'll come back and we'll try to share our estimations. Joseph, can you try to monitor what is coming out of the chat?
Maybe before we can move on,
Yes.
Atukunda Vanessa has raised her hand.
Okay.
Teacher, I'm asking, is the school flag post in like the north, in the north, so that we can be like finding the bearings of the buildings from the north, or it's in another direction?
Okay. What do your friends think? Maybe let me throw it back to you, the class.
So for me, I think we should put the flag post in the north, so that since like these bearings are measured from the north, we should put the flag post in the position of north, and we measure the bearings of the bed, building, and the last one I didn't get it like from the flag post when it is in the north.
Okay. I talked of the dining, I talked of the sick bay, and then the school gate. So those are the 3 areas, I mean the 3 points you are going to estimate in reference to the point where the school flag post is.
Okay, Mr. Thief.
Yes, George.
Mr. Thief.
Yes, George.
Thank you very much. Maybe to add on what Charity was saying, because we are not going to have this practically, we need a reference point. Okay. And if we take the flag post to be the reference point, we can consider it as our node now. We are able to rotate and find out bearings for other places, as you mentioned.
Okay.
Yes.
So does it make sense to the girls? Girls, are the instructions clear?
Yes.
Okay. So if the instructions are clear, let's try to go in breakout rooms. Somebody 35 create.
Okay, as Mr. Theo is organizing the breakup rooms, maybe I need to emphasize this for those of you who are not yet okay with this. We are looking at that workout or that activity That is 7.2. And we are requesting you to consider the school flag post as your north or your reference point. Then you'll be rotating to obtain the bearing of the gate, dining, and then sick bay. Okay.
Okay. I don't know if it has asked them to join. Still. No, usually I create automatically.
When I reach time of closing, moving back to the meeting.
Yes. Wanted to add time. I don't see that option.
Teacher, we have come back.
I'm not yet in the breakout room.
It is going to.
The other members, only 115.
Those who are just joining, we're in breakout rooms.
Teacher, I don't see the option for it.
Okay.
I don't see the option.
You don't see the option. Okay. Let me
Yes.
let me check. I think there is something which is not adding up here.
Excuse me, teacher.
Teacher, I joined and then I returned to the main session.
Me too,
Yeah,
teacher.
I think there
Teacher,
was
me too. I don't know.
Me too.
I joined and returned.
okay.
Yeah, I joined for just a second and then returned.
You joined and then you returned immediately.
Yes. Yes.
Let me try to see if I can
Yes.
resolve that.
Yes.
Okay.
Excuse me, teacher.
Yes.
I joined my group, but everyone was just quiet.
Everyone was
Teacher,
just.
me too.
No one is talking.
I even started asking what was the
So
question.
there's no one talking in the room.
Okay.
Teacher, I now see the option for it.
Okay. It is fine. Eh?
First we were discussing, but the time was too little.
It's okay.
It's less than a
I'm going to give you
minute.
5 minutes. I'm recreating. Eh?
Thank you, teacher.
Yeah. I'm recreating.
Thank you, teacher.
I'm recreating and then make sure you go to your rooms and you participate. Eh? Yeah, you know, these are many groups. I'm forming 20. 11 per group. Ngabari 20. Okay.
check what is in the these ones who are just coming.
Are we in the breakout rooms?
No.
Teacher, in my room, no one is.
Chainaro, we kind of got some answers.
Yes. I can't hear anything. Because no one is talking.
No one is
I think
talking.
some people are still in like the breakout rooms, and I think that she is also in one of those rooms.
Yeah.
No
We
one
are
was
still
speaking.
waiting for them to come. Yeah.
I think as Mr. Theo connects, let's hear from what those raising their hands have to say. Shirada?
Teacher, I had actually put up my hand because I had some answers for the question the teacher had put. Once we argued in our group.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's hear them as he comes back online.
Teacher asked us to find the bearing of the gate, sick bay, and dining hall from the school course. And in our group, we agreed that the bearing of the gate was 315 degrees. The bearing of the DR, yes, the bearing of the DR was 135 degrees, and the bearing of the sick bay was 225 degrees.
So can you kindly explain to us how you were able to estimate those bearings? Hope. Okay, thank you, Hope. Let's hear from Shugi.
Teacher, in my group, we discussed that the sick bay is 0.45 degrees because from north, we just move to northeast to go the sick bay because, yeah. And then the dining room, we agreed that it's in the south. It's 180. And then for the gate, it's in the southeast. It's 147.5 degrees.
Okay, thank you. And how did you represent your 45 degrees?
I wrote 0.45 degrees.
Okay, that's beautiful. Thank you. Let's hear from Vanessa.
For us, teacher, in group 1, we discussed that for the dining, we realized for the dining, we discussed that it's like around 0.40 degrees. Then for the sick bed, it's around 0.70 degrees. Then for the gate, it's 105 because the sick bay, it's almost in the northeast, but not northeast, so it's 0.70. And then for the dining, it's almost straight up ahead, but not very, so we said 0.40. Then for the gate, it's on the southern part, but on the east, so we said 105.
Okay, that is beautiful. Thank you. Lastly, let's hear from Dagano.
For our group, we got the dining in the southeast, and we got the bearing as 135 degrees, and the sick bay from the school flag, we thought it was southwest, so we got the bearing as 225 degrees. And for the gate, it's not in the exact north, so we put it as northwest, so we got the bearing as 315 degrees.
Okay.
Teacher Martha.
Yes, Teacher Joseph.
Thank you very much, and thank you girls for your contribution. Are you able to see what I have shared?
Yes, we are.
Yes, teacher.
Yes.
So we are trying to harmonize. Okay, remember we said that because this is not practical, okay, we are going to consider our school flag as the north. Okay, and maybe what we needed to stress is where are you going to face now? So if you look at what I have shared now, I'm considering these as the stairs of the main building or the main administration block. Okay. Now, if say we want to locate the school gate, where do you think it will be? Someone to say something.
Teacher,
Teacher, I think it will be
for
in the...
me, I think because you move west of the flag post, but then as you're moving up, so that's why I think it is northwest.
Teacher, I
Northwest?
teacher.
It's in the north.
No,
But it's not in the direct north of the flag post. You push a little bit to the west.
It's a different answer.
It's
so it
northwest.
is the northwest because it's a little bit on the west.
It's in the northwest.
All right, girls.
One person
Let's come back. Okay, let's come back. What I mean to say, okay, the way I'm positioning my screen now is like my back is facing the administration block or the stairs, and I'm facing in the direction, if you know the route through the staff room, okay, to the laboratories, that route. So that's how I'm facing. Maybe what we needed to stress is the direction you're going to face. Okay, but I had some girls giving right answers considering that. But if you're in that direction, then we expect you to have your school gate or main gate somewhere here in this direction, because we have some route from that direction and then coming back to the stairs. Okay, so if this is your north now, we expect you to have the main gate in that direction. Okay, hope you're able to see what I'm doing.
Excuse me, teacher.
Yes, please.
Teacher, like since you've said that your back is facing the administration and like you're facing that direction where the staff room and labs are, that
Yes.
means to reach the gate, you have to turn like up. Like, I don't know if you get it, like you turn like this, the gate is behind you, like you have to turn to the west, but then as you move up. So I don't know how you're getting that direction. Because for me, I think since like you're facing that direction of the labs and staff room, you have to turn to the west, but then as you're moving up, which can give northwest. So I'm getting confused.
Okay. What you should consider is you're positioned where the school flag is. Okay. And you're just rotating. You're not moving. Okay. So what I want you to think about, okay, first have this off. If I have, so what I expect you to do is to rotate from where you're facing and then come to that direction. Okay. You're not moving, but you're just rotating in that same direction or in that same position where you are.
Excuse me, teacher.
Yes, please.
So you're making the direction you're facing your north.
I think.
Pardon, I didn't get you well.
So you're making the direction you're facing your north.
Pardon, come again. I didn't get you well.
Teacher, so you're making the direction you're facing your north.
Yes, please. Because we say that your school flag now is your reference point. You're considering it as your north. Eh? Okay.
Okay. Yes.
Yes. All right. We have like a minute. Someone to give us the direction of the sick bay. Very fast.
Northeast.
Okay, northeast. And if you know where the class for senior 1K is, we are taking that route through there. Through that to the sick bay. So we expect you to rotate through that small angle, and it can be like northeast. Okay. And then the dining, this is the sick bay. And then the dining.
The north.
Yes, probably the dining will be approximately in the north. Yes, thank you, girls. Thank you for your participation. Thank you for being here. Our time is up for now. I thank the teachers who have been around. I thank Teacher Theo, Teacher Martha, Teacher Jennifer. Next week, because we are partly through with this, unless when some concerns arise, but next week, that will be on Tuesday, we expect to start off a new topic. So we shall be communicating in any as much as arise in that case.
Did you do the exercise in the prototype?
Yes, please. You're supposed to do all the exercises, and as well, please summarize and make your own notes for the topics we have discussed so far.
Teacher, what about this situation of integration?
That one we shall do it when we resume school.
Okay. I also have another question.
Yes, please.
Why exactly have you chosen that position to be or not? Like, I'm so confused.
Oh, okay. That is that crown? Okay.
Yes.
Because for matters of harmonizing the concepts, I chose to, because we would have different answers, okay? But
Yes.
in practice, maybe when you resume school, we shall try it out. One can be facing even the administration block, okay? And then determine the
so
answer. That's why some girls we are giving the dining as south, okay?
yes.
So it depends
So
where
in real life, can I identify my like the real north? Then I use
yes,
it.
Yeah,
yes,
like
yes. So if you have the compass direction, you can determine your north. And for some of
Okay.
you who have phones, your phones have compasses. You can try out,
Yeah.
and maybe for your practice, you can determine the bearing of your bedroom, maybe from the dining, or the bearing of your what, anything. So I want you to practice that from home. Try to find out the bearings of some places, considering the compass you have for your phone.
Okay.
Yeah.
Teacher, you went off. I didn't get what you said.
Pardon?
You went off. I didn't get what you said about the bedroom.
No, I said because we are doing this virtually, I request you to, if you're having your campus direction or your campus on your phone, I
Yes.
request you to determine bearings of different places at
Okay.
home.
Okay.
Yes, you can consider the bearing of your dining, maybe from your bedroom or any other place from your bedroom.
Okay. Thank you.
Yes.
Sir Joseph,
Yes, please.
Excuse me, teacher.
when you're looking at this bear, I think we've given the direction, but the question was asking for the bearings. So I think the girls should estimate the angles, but also knowing that the direction is very important as well.
Yes. That is very important to note. But because we are doing this virtually, we could not determine the real angles.
Sure.
Yes, please.
Excuse me, teacher.
Yes, please go on.
When you screen shared, I didn't understand on here between south, like you put something like an M. I don't understand there.
Pardon?
Yeah, when you screen shared, here you show like a direction here in southwest, and you have that indicated like with M and what with G. I don't know. I was asking what is that.
Okay, I was representing MG for main gate, and then SB for sick bay. I said I was representing these.
Yes.
MG for main gate, then SB for sick bay, and then DH for dining hall.
Then teacher, is it in the south? Because I've seen like you've done an hour.
No, not really, because we are considering this as the administration block. So your back is facing the administration block.
Thank you, teacher.
You're welcome, please.
So what's the bearing of north? Is it 360 or 0?
Pardon?
What's the bearing of north? Is it 360 or just 0?
Okay, the issue is if you have not turned for any angle, it will be 0. But if you complete one turn, it will be 360. Okay?
Yes.
All right. Lastly, we have only a minute to leave this room. Let's hear from Birungi.
And teacher is asking the question was talking about finding the bearing, but we have been giving the answer in direction 4. So how
Okay. Birungi, I think you need to note that because we are doing this virtually, we can determine the real angle. That's why we are estimating the directions. And I requested you to, if you're having a compass on your phone, to have this as your homework, find the bearing of different places, considering your bedroom as your reference point. Okay? And find the bearing for that.
Teacher?
Yes, please.
Okay, thank you.
If they say, like, find the bearing of each of the following directions, and they say n 60 degrees to n 60 degrees east, are you supposed to draw the compass or?
Shaggy, I didn't get your question well.
Teacher, if they say find the bearing of each of the following directions, and they say n 60 degrees east, are you supposed to draw the compass?
Yes.
Okay, thank
because
you.
for your chart diagrams, you need to measure that angle and find the place in that direction.
Thank you, teacher.
You're welcome. Okay, Charity. Charity, do you have anything to say?
Joseph.
Excuse me, teacher. Okay, I've understood, but what is still confusing me, like on the diagram, you have shown that the administration is like the administration is in south and the flag post is in north. So how does that come to be? Like the flag post is almost near the administration. So I thought that where the flag post is, the administration would be just right behind.
Okay, Charity, I think you're the one. I said what we needed to stress is where are you facing now? Okay, because if you're facing the direction of laboratory, then the administration block will be behind you. Okay, and if you're facing the gate, then the flag post will be behind you and you'll be facing the administration block. So it depends. So okay, we wanted to obtain one or single directions for each position. So that's why we decided to be facing the laboratories. Okay. So the administration block will be behind you now.
So teacher, like if we are facing the laboratories and like the flag post is in north, like we are not finding the bearing of the administration, shouldn't the administration just be behind? Like I think even it should not be included, like on the diagram.
Yes, it should not be included. I just wanted you to have a picture of what we are having. Okay. So it was just for
I have a question. Teacher, here in the exercise on number 3, do we need to construct like, do we like this one, do we like use like a pair of compass?
Joseph.
Yes, please.
Sorry, I got a challenge with my network, but on that question, they are telling you to draw on scale, eh? So when they tell you to draw on scale, it implies that you're supposed to convert 270 kilometers to what you can use in your book. So I'm not sure if 270 kilometers can fit in your book. So that's why they're saying use a scale. So you are going to pick on a scale so that you use centimeters, because in your book, you can able measure centimeters. Does it make sense now?
Yes, thank you, teacher.
You're welcome. Joseph.
Excuse me, teacher.
Yes.
On the exercise number 2 of find the bearing of each of the following directions, part D, which says south I think it's 40. I think they made a mistake. 40 degrees east. How
It's
do you
supposed to be
do?
40 degrees.
Yeah, how do you do that one? I'm not understanding it.
Okay. I think when they tell you to find bearing, they are talking about writing your direction to 3 figures. Okay. So what will south 40 degrees east be in terms of 3 figures? You get it? So you can use you can draw a sketch and then you try to locate where that position is, and then you write your direction to 3 figures. Okay?
Thank you.
Because
Thank you, teacher.
south 40 degrees east is in the 2nd quadrant. You get it?
Yes.
Yeah, so basically that's what they want you to do. Yes?
I don't understand the exercise number 2 part D, where it is south 400 degrees east.
No, it's supposed to be 40 degrees. That was a typing error. It is 40 degrees. That second zero is supposed to be up. It's supposed to be a degree.
So it is supposed to be 40.
Yes, south 40 degrees east.
Oh.
Does it make sense now? Okay. Joseph, thank you so much for saving the situation. I hope you've given them clear instructions on how to progress as far as the exercise is concerned.
Yes.
Okay, thank you so much. I guess Charity, I don't know if you have a burning question.